blues album with Chris Wilson was actually a great thing because we did it in a farmhouse.
That's
outside of Melbourne.
I'm just blown away by that album. I absolutely love it.
It's a great album. I mean, somehow just the alchemy of like us playing in that house just was really a great thing. Maybe it was just felt really kind of freeing and liberating because we weren't in a studio, you know, like kind of like feeling like, God, this feels stiff. But don't worry, it's going to sound great. It sounded so good in that house. It was like, damn, this is fun. And then, you know, Doug Roberts was capturing it like really, really perfectly. And, you know, it was one of those, when as soon as we started listening to some stuff that we'd recorded back in the house on the monitors, it was like, oh yeah, it's not going to be hard to mix this record. It was all there, you know, the vibe. And yeah, it was a fun thing that I needed to do at that time because it kind of just restored my love for recording, I suppose, because before that I was like, I'm not sure I really like recording. It was kind of something that I knew that had to happen, but I hadn't had that really super fun experience yet. It's funny, like
what was the experience like working alongside Chris?
Chris was so encouraging, funny, really funny, very quick, and I'm kind of quick too. So yeah, we just really worked well like that. We're both very quick at just like wanting to just do it. Yeah, the band we assembled them. It was like I picked one and he picked one, and it was kind of a half and half sort of. It's half Sydney, half Melbourne. And it was a great combo. And yeah, we all just like, it was just so good to just drive out there every morning. It was kind of like, the drive was fun too, because we'd listen to music and have jokes and stuff in the car together. It was just a great couple of weeks. It really was. I'll always be really grateful for Michael Gudinski actually to have that vision, I suppose. He was just like, you need to do something with Chris Wilson. And I was like, okay.
Wow. So it was his idea.
Yeah, really was.
Wow. Okay.
He was the conduit of like put us together in the test tube.
Did you know of Chris before this?
I just knew of that. I'd heard of him, and I'd heard of this record called Live at the Continental, and I think I had a copy of it. Or if I didn't, I had got one shortly after that. But the legend of him was already like around, you know. No. And then when I was like, oh, there's a guy that plays harmonica on like Dumb Things by Paul Kelly, and he plays on Chocolate Cake by Crowded House, you know, like. You know, he'd already done quite a few. He was in Paul Kelly's band for quite a while, actually. He toured all over America several times, I believe. Yeah, so an absolute. I mean, I don't want to say just like a Melbourne legend because he's, you know, it just puts him in this like pigeonhole, but he's definitely like, you know, there's so many stories of him doing tiny little gigs in Melbourne and like people going, oh my God, he just played this like place and it's not even really a gig. He was just like set up in the corner and it was just incredible. Like grown men were crying, you know, like he just had this presence. And, you know, he was also sort of very humble, you know, and just no airs about him. He did have a school teacher kind of vibe, but like a school teacher that you just want to hang with because he was a school teacher. He had this command and, you know, it felt like he was like, the sort of person that just didn't suffer fools, but he wasn't harsh, or he was a big softy, such a sweet man. But he did have this kind of like deep, you know, his waters were deep, you could feel it, you know. And he also had just, his voice was just so commanding. It's a big booming voice. But the harmonica that came out when we were doing that record, I was just like over the other side of the room and just giggling to myself, just going, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's just fuck, you know, like, and then, you know, when it was my turn to play, it just made me want to just, you know, punch a hole in this guy because he was just like ripping it so fucking severely that I just, you know, and not just in a kind of a, like, I'm going to shred gratuitous way, like just so much emotion and fire and just like he wanted to put every little bit that he could into, you know, these songs that we were doing because we picked these songs for a reason. We had a real fascination or a real love, and we wanted to just like do them so much justice. You know, he was just standing on the shoulder of giants, you know, with people like Willie Dixon and